The advice that I would give to parents who have children is, in fact, the same advice that I would give to myself. I have a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old at home, and not a day passes that we don't talk about grit in some way, shape, or form at the breakfast table or the dinner table. We like to say in our family that we have a rule, and that is that everybody has a hard thing. Now for me, it's my work. For my husband, it's his job. And then for my daughters, they have chosen, and I think this is important, they have chosen a hard thing, defined as something that really takes effortful, deliberate practice to get better and better at over time. So for example, signing up for an art class that is purely recreational does not count as a hard thing, but practicing viola or doing ballet in a serious way does count. Now, we have a second rule, and it's very important that it goes with the hard thing rule, and that is that you can't quit on a bad day, and you can't quit in the middle. So you can choose your hard thing, and you have to, and you can quit. But you can't quit on bad days. You can't quit when your teacher yells at you. You can't quit when you lose a match. You can't quit when you would rather be at somebody's sleepover. Nor can you quit in the middle. So if my tuition payment isn't finished and this is not the end of the semester, you also have to stick it out until the next one. Well, I'll tell you a question. I don't know if I've never been asked it, but a question that I've really been thinking about for a long while, and it's a hard question to get your hands around in terms of empirical research, and that is the effect of very early childhood experience, so formative experiences during childhood that may influence later development of grit in adulthood. And I have a pet hypothesis, which is that the age at which you got your first paying job outside of the family, that actually is a predictor of grit later on. And I think the idea of early in life having a formative experience of working and of having a boss who isn't always unconditionally in love with you like your parents are, and being held to a standard and being forced to do some things that maybe aren't fun in the moment and so forth, that actually in theory at least could play into later grit in life.